Have you ever stood in front of a mirror and just sighed? Or maybe you were scrolling through social media, looking at someone's perfect photos and thought, man, I wish I was them. It feels like they have it all, right? More money, better looks, just happier. And right in that moment, you start to feel small. You feel like you're missing out. But what if I told you that the people you were jealous of are probably looking at someone else and wishing they could change their lives too? Today, I'm going to tell you a simple story about a little crow who just wanted to be beautiful. But on his journey, he discovered something way more valuable than just good looks. So sit back, relax, and really listen to this, because this story might just change the way you see yourself forever. Let's get into it. Once upon a time, there was a crow flying high in the sky. He felt light and free, but eventually he got tired and landed on a tree branch near a quiet pond. While he was resting, he saw a swan swimming in the water. The swan was stunning, feathers white as snow, looking so elegant. A group of villagers came by, and they were all smiling at the swan. They were feeding it, saying, "Look how beautiful this bird is." The crow watched all of this quietly, and honestly, his heart sank. He thought, everyone loves the swan, but when people see me, they never smile. He flew a little closer, hoping maybe they'd notice him too. But the moment the villagers saw him, they waved their hands and yelled, "Shoo! Get away, you dirty bird!" The crow felt crushed. He whispered to himself, "They probably think I'll just make the place dirty." He tried to sit on another branch, but they chased him away again. He looked at his own black feathers. They looked so dull to him now. He said softly, "Nobody likes me. If only I had white feathers like that swan, everyone would love me too." Feeling completely broken, the crow flew deep into the forest. He sat on a lonely branch and started to cry. Suddenly, an old crow landed next to him. He looked calm and wise. He asked, "Why are you crying, little one?" The young crow wiped his eyes and said, "I hate my black feathers. I'm ugly. Nobody likes me. Everyone just loves the swan." The old crow nodded slowly. He asked, "If you could look like any bird in the world, who would you choose?" Without even thinking, the young crow said, "I want to be the swan. It's white, it's beautiful, and everyone admires it." The old crow smiled. He said, "Listen, there is a magical spring deep in this forest. If you bathe in its water with a pure heart, you can change how you look. But before you go there, I want you to do one thing. Go ask the swan if it is truly happy." The young crow agreed. He flew back to the pond and found the swan. The water was calm. He said, "Dear swan, you must be the happiest bird in the world. Everyone loves you. Your feathers shine like snow. Are you happy?" The swan looked down at the water. "Thank you for your kind words, but I'm not happy. People keep me here as a pet. I can't live freely. And honestly, I'm scared. I worry that when I get old, they might just kill me for meat. I live in fear every single day." The crow was shocked. He asked, "Then who do you think is the happiest bird?" The swan thought for a moment and said, "I think the parrot is the happiest. It has such colorful feathers. People love to hear it talk, and they don't eat it." So the crow thanked the swan and flew off to find a parrot. Soon, he saw one sitting on a branch. It was beautiful, red, green, and blue feathers. The crow said, "Hey parrot, your feathers are so bright and lovely. You must be the happiest bird alive." The parrot sighed heavily. "Yeah, my feathers are pretty, but because of them, people put me in cages. They teach me to speak, but I can only say what they want me to say. I spend my whole life locked up. I can't fly. I'm not happy." The crow felt even sadder. "Then who do you think is the happiest bird?" The parrot said, "The peacock. You should see him at the zoo. Crowds of people gathered just to watch him. He must be the happiest." So the crow flew to the zoo, and sure enough, hundreds of people were gathered around a large cage. The peacock spread its feathers wide, shining blue and green. Everyone clapped and took pictures. When the crowd finally left, the crow flew down to the cage. He said, "Dear peacock, you are the most beautiful bird on earth. You must be so happy with all this attention." The peacock looked at him with sad eyes and said, "No, my friend, I'm not happy. Because of my beauty, I'm trapped here. People try to pluck my feathers to sell them. It hurts so much. I get no peace." Then the peacock said something that hit the crow hard. He said, "Have you ever looked at someone else and thought, 'I wish I was like them'? Because that is exactly how I feel about you." The crow was confused. "Me?" "Yes," the peacock said. "You are the only bird that is not kept in a cage. No one hunts you for your feathers. You can fly anywhere you want. Your freedom, that is the most beautiful thing in the world." The crow stood still. He thought about the swan, the parrot, and the peacock. They all wanted what they didn't have. He flew back to the forest and found the old wise crow. The old crow asked, "Did you visit the swan? Are you ready to change?" The young crow looked down and smiled. He said, "I visited them all. The swan isn't happy, the parrot isn't happy, the peacock isn't happy. They are all prisoners of their own beauty. I learned that I don't want to be anyone else. I want to be me." The old crow nodded. He said, "Now you are truly wise. You have freedom. You can go anywhere. That is your gift." The young crow looked at his black feathers. They didn't look ugly anymore. They looked strong. They were his. From that day on, the crow never compared himself to others again. He flew through the open sky, singing his own song, finally happy just being himself.
Friends, in our own lives, we do the exact same thing. We scroll through our phones and compare our behind the scenes with everyone else's highlight reel. Someone wishes they had more money. Someone wishes they were better looking. Someone wishes they had a different life. But we forget that everyone has their own struggles. The person who looks rich might be drowning in debt or stress. The person who looks famous might be incredibly lonely. When we keep looking at others, we lose sight of what we already have. The crow in the story wanted to be like everyone else until he realized that even the perfect ones had problems. When he accepted himself, he found peace. Life gets so much lighter when you stop comparing. You might not have everything you want, but you have something special too. Maybe it's your freedom, your health, your family, or your peace of mind. These are things money can't buy. So instead of asking, "Why don't I have what they have?" try asking, "What do I already have that makes me blessed?" Happiness begins the moment we accept who we are and stop trying to be someone else. That is when true freedom starts. If this story touched your heart today, or if it made you think a little differently, please hit that like button. It helps us share this message with more people who might need to hear it. And if you want more stories like this that help you grow, make sure to subscribe to Orbit of Success. Remember, you are enough just as you are. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.